Are you prepared for an emergency? Imagine this: the power's out, there's chaos in the streets, and you're left to fend for yourself. It's a situation nobody wants to think about, but the truth is, being prepared for any emergency or disaster isn't just smart, it's essential. That's why I'm here. I've faced some of the harshest environments on Earth, and I've learned that survival often comes down to one thing: preparation. In this video, we're going to share with you a comprehensive checklist to help you prepare effectively for a range of emergencies. We're talking about the essentials, the gear, the skills, the mindset that could mean the difference between making it out safely and, well, let's just focus on being ready. Lean in and take notes as we delve into the comprehensive list of items that you would need to be better prepared for many emergency situations. This isn't about panicking, it's about empowering yourself. So let's get to it. Right, when disaster strikes, forget everything else for a minute. Water is your absolute number one. The human body can hold out for weeks without food, but only a few days without water. Trust me, dehydration is a brutal way to go. You need to be aiming for at least 1 gallon of water per person per day, and remember, that's just for drinking. You'll need more for cooking and hygiene. Now, storing water is key, but don't rely on that alone. Think about backup purification methods. Water filters, purification tablets, even boiling water can be a lifesaver if your primary source runs dry or gets contaminated. Remember, we're going for self-sufficiency here. Now, alongside water, you need to think about food, the fuel that keeps you going. Stock up on non-perishable items with a long shelf life. Canned goods, rice, beans, protein bars. Think calorie-dense, compact, and easy to prepare, even without electricity. And don't forget a manual can opener. There's no use having a feast in a can if you can't get to it. For cooking, a simple camping stove and fuel can be invaluable. Being able to heat food and boil water can make a world of difference in an emergency. Remember, a hot meal can boost morale, and in a survival situation, every little bit helps. And lastly, don't underestimate the importance of utensils. A sturdy knife, a spoon, a metal cup. These basic tools can make your life a whole lot easier when you're relying on your preps. Shelter is right up there with water and food when it comes to survival. Exposure to the elements can be just as dangerous as starvation or dehydration. In an emergency, your home might not be an option, so you need to be prepared to create a safe haven wherever you are. A tent is your first line of defense against the elements. Choose one that's durable, weather-resistant, and large enough to accommodate everyone in your family. And don't forget a good quality sleeping bag. Look for one with a suitable temperature rating for your region. Even in warmer climates, nights can get surprisingly cold, and a warm sleeping bag can be a lifesaver. Now, an emergency blanket, one of those lightweight, foil-like sheets, is small enough to fit in your pocket but can make a huge difference in retaining body heat. They're essential for any survival kit. Clothing is another crucial aspect of shelter. Always have a set of weather-appropriate clothing packed and ready to go. Think layers, folks. Being able to regulate your body temperature is key in a survival situation. And don't forget a sturdy pair of waterproof boots and a good raincoat. Staying dry can make the difference between a challenging situation and a life-threatening one. Remember, comfort can be a luxury in a crisis, but protection from the elements is non-negotiable. Injuries happen, especially in emergency situations. Knowing how to treat minor injuries and illnesses can be a game changer. A well-stocked first aid kit is non-negotiable. We're talking bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, gauze, antibiotic ointment, the works. And learn how to use everything in it. Don't wait for an emergency to figure out how to apply a tourniquet. If you take prescription medication, make sure you have an ample supply on hand. Running out of essential medication during an emergency can be life-threatening. Maintaining personal hygiene might not seem like a top priority in a crisis, but trust me, it's vital. Pack soap, hand sanitizer, toothbrush, toothpaste, toilet paper. These small comforts can make a big difference in keeping spirits up and preventing the spread of disease. Speaking of which, include a good supply of any personal hygiene items you rely on, like sanitary products. These are not luxuries, they're necessities. Remember, a little bit of hygiene goes a long way in maintaining morale and preventing illness in a stressful, confined environment. Being prepared isn't just about having the right gear. It's about having the knowledge and skills to use it effectively. In an emergency, the right tools can be a lifeline. A sturdy multi-tool is like having a toolbox on your belt. Knife, pliers, screwdriver. You'll use it more than you think. A powerful flashlight is essential for navigating the dark or signaling for help. Keep spare batteries handy, and consider a headlamp for hands-free operation. A weather radio keeps you updated on emergency broadcasts. Look for one with a hand crank or solar charger. A solar charger or power bank is invaluable for keeping your electronics running. A basic toolkit and duct tape can handle countless repairs or even help build a shelter. Don't forget a fire extinguisher. Fires can happen anywhere. And if cell networks go down, a two-way radio and a map with compass are vital for communication and navigation. In the chaos of an emergency, it's easy to overlook the little things. But trust me, these little things can make a world of difference. First up, keep copies of all your important documents in a waterproof portable container. We're talking identification, insurance information, medical records, emergency contacts, anything you might need in a pinch. Having these documents readily accessible can save you a lot of trouble down the line. Cash is king in an emergency. ATMs might be down, card readers might be offline, but cold, hard cash will always have value. Keep a stash of small bills and coins on hand for transactions when electronic payment systems fail. Now, let's talk entertainment. It might seem trivial, but trust me, having something to keep your mind occupied during a stressful time can be a godsend. Pack a book, a deck of cards, a small game, anything to provide a bit of distraction and boost morale. If you have infants or young children, make sure you have an adequate supply of diapers, formula, wipes, and any other essential baby supplies. Their needs don't stop during an emergency. Don't forget about your furry companions. Pets are part of the family too. Have a plan for their evacuation and ensure you have enough food, water, and any necessary medications for them. And finally, consider the needs of elderly or disabled family members. Do they have any special equipment or medications they rely on? Make sure they're included in your emergency plan and that you have a way to accommodate their needs. Having the right gear is important, but it's only half the battle. You need the knowledge and skills to use that gear effectively. Invest in a good survival guide and learn the basics of fire starting, shelter building, first aid, and navigation. These skills could save your life. Security is paramount in an emergency. Unfortunately, chaos can sometimes bring out the worst in people. Learn basic self-defense techniques and consider carrying a personal alarm or pepper spray for added protection. Always be aware of your surroundings, know the evacuation routes for your area, and have a designated meeting point for your family in case you get separated. And lastly, stay informed. Pay attention to weather reports, news updates, and any potential threats in your area. Being aware of potential risks can give you a valuable head start in an emergency. We've covered a lot of ground today, but remember, this is just a starting point. Every situation is unique, and your needs will vary depending on your location, the time of year, and the specific emergency you're facing. The key is to be proactive. Don't wait for disaster to strike before you start preparing. Start small, build up your supplies gradually, and most importantly, don't panic. Remember, the most important tool you have is your mind. Stay calm, assess the situation, and trust your instincts. With a little bit of preparation and a lot of determination, you can overcome even the toughest challenges. We've talked about the importance of having a plan, but a plan is useless if you don't practice it. Regularly review your emergency procedures with your family, check the expiration dates on your supplies, and make sure everyone knows what to do in case of an emergency. Don't underestimate the power of community. Get to know your neighbors, share your knowledge, and work together to create a safer environment for everyone. Remember, we're stronger together. Being prepared isn't about living in fear. It's about taking control of your destiny. It's about having the confidence to face the unknown and the resilience to bounce back from adversity. Remember, life is unpredictable. But with the right mindset, the right skills, and the right gear, you can face any challenge head-on. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay prepared.